France's President Emmanuel Macron has named Michel Barnier as his choice for Prime Minister, some 2 months after Macron's decision to call snap re-elections, resulting in a parliament without a clear majority. The 73-year-old Barnier is a conservative politician who's served in previous French governments and was tapped by the European Union to lead Brexit negotiations with London. The far-right National Rally Party, which holds the most seats in the lower house of Parliament, says it is still undecided whether to back Barnier. And our Brussels correspondent Rosie Burchard is with me in the studio today. Rosie, talk to us about Michel Barnier. What kind of politician is he?
Well, the wait is finally over. We've never had such a kind of experience like this in France. Usually a prime minister is named quite swiftly after elections, but we've had a drawn-out period here. Michel Barnier is a career politician. He's known to French people. He has served in previous governments as a Europe minister, as a foreign minister. He served in Brussels as a European commissioner on a couple of occasions. So he's not a new face to the political scene. That being said, it wasn't clear at all that Macron would name him. He comes from the right of the political spectrum. He has in the past made an attempt at getting the presidency, so that's the biggest political prize in France. He ran a presidential campaign on quite a right-wing ticket. He talked a lot about immigration then, but that presidential campaign really was seen as pretty disastrous. We thought that would be the end of this man's career. Well, he has risen like a phoenix from the ashes, and here he is again coming in to save the day, and this really seems to be pretty uncharted territory for France. Usually we don't have such a divided parliament.
Now, he has risen from the ashes, but will he be able to form a government that can actually survive in the National Assembly?
Well, I said he's here to save the day. That's what Macron hopes. But, of course, he is not popular across the spectrum here. What we've heard from the French far right is that they will wait to see what his policies are before deciding whether or not they back him. But that means they will not try and topple him right away. And that is something, a key criteria that Emmanuel Macron was looking for when he was seeking his prime minister. On the other end of the spectrum, on the left, well, this is seen as wildly unpopular. Why? Because in these parliamentary elections held on snap basis back in July, the centre to far left alliance came out on top, but they failed to get enough seats to secure a majority. Now, to see a prime minister named from the right of the political spectrum, we're hearing the far left saying this is simply a denial of democracy. Of course, Emmanuel Macron would say it's his obligation to try and protect democratic institutions and name a prime minister who he thinks will not be toppled and will be able to hold the government in place.
So this could backfire in two ways for Macron.
Well, listen, I suppose Michel Barnier, we know he's most famous, or international at least, really, for those Brexit negotiations. And, well, I think that kind of experience is precisely what President Macron wants to draw on, being able to do difficult talks and to paper over cracks here, because this is a parliament in France, a French National Assembly, divided like never before. And they have a budget to pass. They have all sorts of legislation to get through. And France is a country with no history or culture of coalition building. And believe me, the people who are his opponents will do their best to try and derail this. And we know precisely that the French far-left party has already called for big demonstrations on Saturday in Paris. What else is happening in Paris just now? The Paralympics. So that could be quite a spectacle that we might see unfolding there. They definitely will try to make this a difficult job. He's not got an easy task ahead, but a prime minister named now, and now he can start trying to get to work here.
Brussels correspondent Rosie Burchard there. Thank you, Rosie.